with Jesse Weber, Julie Rendelman, and Donte Mills. Julie, I've been very outspoken on this. I think there is nothing that is worth testing again here. I think that I'm shocked that the LA Innocence Project has gotten involved in this. I think they've done themselves a big disservice. You and I have never talked about this, so your thoughts?
So I have mixed feelings. I think from the prosecution's perspective, they have a conviction from how many, is it 18 years?
Yeah, 2000, yeah.
That was beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yep.
It's time for the victim's family to be able to move on. And I'll be honest, if they open the door to this DNA, you start to open the door to all these cases coming in where everyone's like, well, can you test this cup? Can you, I mean, so it becomes ridiculous. With that said, I will say that because there's so much talk, and I hate to use the media and say there's so many people saying, oh, I don't know if he did it, that maybe in this case, does it hurt you to test the DNA on the truck that burned or the burglary items, you know, and to shut the people up, which they never will?
Yeah,
but just a thought.
It never will. Look, I covered this case every day. I was in the courtroom every day for this case. It's not close. It's not. Every time we talk about this case, I have to play this tape, okay? This is Scott Peterson talking to the woman he was having an affair with, Amber Fry, all right? This is not, the Peterson team likes to say, he got convicted because he had an affair. No, he got convicted because he was saying before she died that his wife was dead. Let's listen.
I deserve to understand an explanation of why you told me you had lost your wife and this was the first holidays you'd spend without her. That was December 9th. You told me this, and now all of a sudden your wife's missing? Are you kidding me? Did you hear me?
I did. I can't now. I mean, you don't understand.
I don't.
You don't understand the situation.
Then why don't you fill me in on the situation and make me understand?
I can't now. I'm so sorry for that.
Why?
It's to protect all of us.
Criminal defense attorney Donte Mills does, you know, I mean, look, their argument is there are other possible suspects, et cetera. Many of these are things that the authorities actually did look into at the time, but they say they didn't look into them enough.
So whenever, and again, the LA Innocence Project did get involved, and it was a little surprising. But what they're pointing to is this van that was found on the same day that she went missing that was burned.
Yeah,
and they're saying
a mile and a half away.
Traces of blood in the van. That van should be tested for her blood. The issue is, and what the opposition was from the prosecution is, this case would have been decided, he would have been found guilty no matter what. And what they included in their opposition is all of the evidence, even as you were just talking about, that helped convict him. And they said, DNA or not, he's guilty no matter what. There was so much evidence that it shouldn't matter, so we shouldn't have to test his DNA.
May I respond?
Yeah.
Because I read this. So I agree. 200 pages of it are all the evidence against Scott Peterson. The next half of his responding. They tested the DNA back in 2019 on that mattress. It was male DNA, so it wasn't female. So they're saying, you can retest all you want. It's not going to be Lacy's. Number two, they have a witness who says, I saw Lacy get into the van 4 days after she disappeared.
Yeah.
The van was found burned December 25th, the day she disappeared. And we know who the burglars are. So they keep talking about the Medina burglary, the burglary that happened across the street.
Right.
But then what's the importance of the van? We know what van they were driving. They admitted to being involved in the burglary. So now it's the defense is all over the place trying to figure out who might be responsible. They could say they didn't look at this, they didn't look at this. I read the prosecution. First, I had an open mind. And then I read the prosecution's brief.
Right, and it reminded you of what happened.
Dan's right. Dan's right.
The trial.
Dan's always right.
Well, no, Dan's not, but in this case, and by the way, the passion with which the supporters of Scott Peterson is enormous. I mean, they are convinced Scott Peterson got a raw deal. One of the original detectives actually in the case was on this show. Here's what he had to say about all that evidence. Number 3.
Evidence from the van, hey, let's test it. See if it has anything to do with this. There's no reason to hide it. There's no reason to obstruct it. This is just another stolen van found nearby. Test the stuff. As far as them handling stuff in the Medina house, big deal. They were in there. They burglarized the place. They admitted to it. We were able to place them there by recovered evidence and statements from other people. Again, let's bring it out, let the sunshine look at it, and I've got a feeling people are going to be able to draw their own conclusions. There's going to be two sides to that. But once again, the jury had it right the first time.
Yeah, he's making it clear. Let him test it. It's going to, it's your point that it's going to end up. But I just think you set a dangerous precedent.
You do.
And it doesn't end.
Right.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.